How many folks have a copy of either Celebri Model Viewer or Tekla BIM site to view IFC files? Okay, that's a good hand. How many folks have either the free or paid version of Bluebeam or Adobe Review? Exactly. Everybody. Everybody has it. It's accessible to everybody. And so that's a really important thing to note when we're trying to make decisions of what file format should we standardize on. The one that everybody's using or the one that everybody should be using. So, you know, I go back and we've given many presentations on sort of the BIM being at the center of the model and where all the information ties to BIM. And I think it was probably maybe 2 or 3 years ago that we realized really that at the center of it is not the model, but is data. Data is all we're talking about. So let's get back to this. We're all about the equations today. 3D plus data is BIM. That's what we've been saying. We're all saying this. So a question I want to ask the audience is, if 2D plus data equals what? And some maybe see GIS, some maybe see others in different industries, but the reality is when you came here this morning, show of hands, how many folks used Google Earth to navigate to the conference this morning? Oh, I saw one hand, maybe one hand. Okay, how many folks use Google Maps or Uber or anything that is built on a 2D viewing engine? And we ask ourselves, why do we use that? Because it had all the information that we needed and nothing more. We could have gone into 3D, we could have gone into Street View. So let's really start thinking about our end users and who's going to use this information. And you know, with this vision of this perfect model-centric world where everybody's working together and collaborating and statusing so that we can get these really great model visualizations of what the current progress of the project is, everything that this BIM and VDC and integration is striving for. But the reality is this is still our job sites. We're still living and working in a paper-based world, and our customers, our users who are actually using this information to build are still using these devices. And so while we get really excited about this idea of what will the future bring, and BIM maybe printing our drawings on the floor at some point, and yes, that may be possible. I mean, shoot, we're trying to do that. And I can tell you right now, it's not going to be ready in 6 months. It's not going to be ready in a year. So we got to figure out something in the middle that is going to help us bridge this gap of adoption, an intuitive path. And in our opinion, humbly, we believe is going to be the 2D PDF file. Because in this situation here, it's taken Brad's pen, it's taken the sheet name, it's taken his camera, all the Excel that would typically be put into some sort of report list, and all of that's happening on the iPad within a single file type and stored within that file. So all that information, without him even really knowing or realizing, is that it's storing down below in that database. And that database can then transfer all that information from the iPad onto the computer in a much more shareable format through anyone that can receive that. And ultimately, it's that data that goes into your structured database that will get us to this vision of this perfect BIM and visualization that we all want to see. But we got to think, what's the realistic, intuitive path of how we're going to get there, and what are some steps we can do in the meantime?